What is up, guys? Thanks for watching another video. If you enjoy my videos, make sure you like, subscribe, and check out my channel for more. In this video, I show you downtown Detroit. We start the video in Rivertown, just east of downtown. This is an up-and-coming neighborhood as it has benefited off of the economic comeback of downtown Detroit. What you see here is new apartment buildings, whereas not long before it was only vacant lots and abandoned warehouses. Along the south side of Atwater Street is the Detroit Riverwalk on the Detroit International Riverfront, something the city has been working on improving in recent years. In the summertime and during the holidays and festivals, the Riverwalk can be spotted being flooded with people. I am filming this during the morning on Saturday, March 7th, 2020, so it's likely that everyone right now is inside hungover from the night before. If you're unaware of my channel, I do speed up the video in order to show you as much of downtown Detroit as possible while fitting it into a reasonable amount of time. The shiny blue building on the right is the Greektown Casino and Hotel located in Greektown. I'll take you through Greektown later on in the video. However, this is where you can go if you want to gamble and get plastered. The Renaissance Center is the building you see on the right. It's the tallest in Detroit at 727 feet and was built in 1977. The automaker GM has made it the company headquarters, and it's also a hotel. Across the river is Windsor, Ontario, Canada, which also has a gambling scene with a Caesars Casino. Windsor is also where 19-year-olds from Michigan go to get drunk legally. Cool city though, and a nice compliment to Detroit across the river and vice versa. Here you basically see what the Detroit skyline looked like before the skyline-dominating Renaissance Center was built. It's a nice collection of Art Deco and Gothic skyscrapers. A lot of them were built in the 1930s, and some of them were amongst the tallest in the country and the world once they were built. Just another sign of the past on how Detroit measured up as one of America's greatest cities. The elevated rail on the left is something that you'll see often in this video, as it's called the Detroit People Mover. Built in 1987, it's great for helping you get around downtown Detroit if you're staying in one of the hotels and you're just visiting. But for the people that live here, it would be great if it could expand outwards and be an actual transit line instead of a theme park trolley. Hold up, yeah, there we go. Yeah, now this is Greektown, one of the hot spots of nightlife in downtown Detroit. As you can imagine, it's only a couple blocks long, but it's full of great restaurants and bars, if I do say so myself. Definitely where people go to get drunk. Unfortunately, with the casino right here, it can also lead to crime, but most nights it's fine. The police do a great job policing downtown Detroit. We are now near the sports stadiums with Ford Field on the left, That is home to the NFL's Detroit Lions, and then once we turn the corner, we will pass Comerica Park, home to the Detroit Tigers. Detroit now has all of its major sports teams playing in facilities now within 4 blocks of each other, all of the cities that can claim to have an NFL, NBA, NHL, and MLB team to their market. Denver is the only other city that can claim to have all teams play in downtown, and Denver's are not 4 blocks from each other. Unfortunately, Detroit sports teams collectively have been the worst in the country in the last 3 years. Ahead, you will see the Fox Theater on the left, a venue in which my ancestors helped build the original structure, built in 1928 and remodeled in 1988. If you have a chance, you should go see a show here while you're in town. And the Hockey Town Cafe is on the right, made famous by the NHL's Detroit Red Wings dynasty from the 90s to the 2000s. On the right, you can see the new City Club apartments getting built on what used to be open grass. Now, Dan Gilbert is mostly known for writing a nasty letter to LeBron James when he decided to move on from Cleveland and go to the Miami Heat to try to win titles, because when he was in Cleveland, the team could not support him with talent to win a championship, so he decided to leave. Dan Gilbert decided to write him a nasty letter, and most people that are connected to the NBA world do not like Dan Gilbert, rightfully so. However, fueled by Quicken Loans CEO Dan Gilbert, downtown Detroit has truly seen an economic comeback after being the largest municipality in the U.S. to file for bankruptcy in 2013. And Gilbert has invested an estimated $5.6 billion into downtown. You can't deny that downtown Detroit wouldn't be where it is now without him, and downtown Detroit today employs over 70,000 people. Most of them are Gilbert's employees. Without a question, there is still a lot of work to do in downtown and obviously in many of the city's residential neighborhoods and public school system. Well, I showed you the Greektown Casino early on in this video. On the left ahead is the MGM Grand Detroit. Detroit's 3 large casinos make it the United States' 4th largest gambling market, generating $1.4 billion in revenue. Oh yes, Woodward Avenue. This stretch of Woodward is another hotspot for nightlife in downtown Detroit, home to many popular restaurants and bars. Ahead is Campus Martius, which in the summer has an outdoor bar and is a place that people just hang out. We'll get to Campus Martius later. Ahead on the left is Hart Plaza, a popular chill spot during the warmer months, and the venue that you see ahead is the Tcf Center, formerly known as the Cobo Center. Oh yes, I told you that I would get to it eventually. This is Campus Martius, another popular spot to get drunk and have a good night out. On the right is the Monroe Blocks, which eventually should get built. It should consist of a couple skyscrapers. The project is on hold right now, as construction costs have risen past the rich people's expectations. And last but not least, a better view of Ford Field and Comerica Park. Well, that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed my videos, make sure you like, subscribe, and check out my channel for more. We'll see you next time. Peace!